last season, the question was all about movies, what people's favorite movies are. Ed Brownlee the third, his was Daniel Day-Lewis movie, There Will Be Blood. This year, we're asking what people's favorite songs or favorite bands are. So, if you will, you could answer both, or just stick with the favorite song or favorite album or band, if you will.
Sure. So I'm a fairly open individual, and I think as we talked about this the other day, James, I'll talk about the genre. My favorite of all are comedies. And the one that just jumps out to me and always makes me laugh, and I can never turn it off, is Blazing Saddles. Just a wonderfully classic Mel Brooks movie, as many people would probably say, can't be made in today's society, but it makes me laugh all the time. And then in terms of music and genre, I have to go to my absolute favorite would be Pearl Jam.
Okay.
And if
Very nice.
if I pick and choose, my daughter, she's a sophomore at the university I went to, Penn State University. She always pings myself and my wife, because we both met at school. Well, what's your favorite Pearl Jam song? Well, for me, there's nothing better than as it's known, the longest title in the Pearl Jam catalog, Elderly Woman Behind the Counter in a Small Town.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing all that. Mel Brooks movies, I love all of his stuff. And yeah, you're right. Blazing Saddles would not fly in today's environment, but Spaceballs, Young Frankenstein, a lot of great movies there when it comes to Mel Brooks. Great sense of humor too. Love his work. And then Pearl Jam. I remember when 10 came out, and I remember listening to it. What was that, like in 94, 95, something like that? And I'd never heard anything like it before.
Yeah, it's funny. I was a freshman at university in 1991, and that summer was the first, I guess, considered grunge or alternative kind of band came out, and that was Nirvana. But it was amazing that shortly thereafter, maybe 2-3 months later, that same fall, Pearl Jam came out and just took everything by storm. And not to take anything away from Nirvana and what they did to help put that type of music on the scene, but I just can't get past from a pure enjoyment, and just represented by the number of concerts I've been to. Pearl Jam tops any other band that I've ever seen in any time I've ever been to a concert. And it's one of the few ones I sit back and say on Sirius XM, I actually have the program channeled that I listen to all the time.
Yes. Yeah. I like I said, I remember the first time hearing them, and I was like, wow, they have a very unique sound to them. And Eddie Vedder has a phenomenal voice. So thank you so much for sharing all that. Really appreciate that.